Welcome friends and hope you are preparing very well for CAT. Today I have some interesting question for you guys and this question is very interesting. The ratio of the speed of the three persons A, B, C is 7, 5 and 6. The ratio of the time that is taken by A and B to cover two distance which are in ratio 7 is to 8 is the same as the ratio of the time taken by B and C to cover, and the distance is d1 and d2. If the d2 is 90 kilometer more than d1 and the speed of A is 10 kilometer more than C, what is the time taken by B to cover d1 plus d2? So the question, if you read the question, it's kind of a very huge question, but it's actually very easy. And stick with me how easy it is. You can solve this question within 2 to 3 minutes in exam. So let's get it. So the ratio of the speed of person A, B and C is already given. So the speed is 7 is to 5 is to 8, right? That's the ratio. And another the question is taking the ratio of the time taken by A, right? A and C to cover two distances. We don't know the distance, but the ratios are given in the question itself, 7 and 8, and the T and TB and TC, basically the time taken by B and time taken by C. Basically what's written in the question is that the times taken by A and C to cover the distance, these distance is equal to the time taken by B and C to cover these distance. So these distance are different, d1 d2 covered by B and C, and time 7d and 8d distance which is covered by TA and TC. Further we read the question, it is given that if d2 is 90 kilometer more than d1, right? That's another statement, but another, and the speed of A is 10 kilometer more than C, right? So now we have given the difference between the speed of A and C. So obvious, it's very easy now. So the ratio of this the speeds which are given, we have 7, 5, 8, and we have given the difference between these two, A is to C, right? So A is to C, if I make it happen, okay, so here I have made a mistake. It's actually A and C. Okay, I'm really sorry for this mistake. So if I make it a ratio, A by C is equal to 7 by 6. This is the ratio of speed. There is only difference. What is the difference between the ratio of speed? It's only one difference. So this one unit is equals to 10, because here we have mentioned in the, according to question, A speed is more than C, which is about 10 kilometer. Now since these two speeds difference is 1 unit, according to the ratio that 1 unit is 10 kilometer per hour. So if we multiply this 7 into 10 and 6 into 10, we get the actual speed, 70 kilometers per hour and 60 kilometers per hour, and vice versa we do it for B. And so with the help of this simple trick, we get to find 70, 50 and 60, all their speeds, actual speeds, 70 kilometer per hour, 50 and 60 kilometer per hour. Now in this question, one more important thing is that the time taken by A and B, which I have already mentioned and already explained it properly just a few minutes ago. So if this is time, right, time taken by A, what is the formula of time taken by A? What is the formula of time itself? That is distance upon speed. Very easy. So what is the distance here? 70 is the distance. What is the time speed, which is TA, right? So D upon S. So 7D, which is this, upon the speed of A, which is this 70, divided by TC, 8D. What is 8D? This is 8D, and the speed of C is 60. Boom, write it down here. Is equals to D1 by 50. What is D1? This is the distance, and B, the speed of B is 50 kilometers, divided by D2. D2, what is D2? The distance, different distance, up divided by 60, because the speed of C is 60 kilometer per hour. We just write it like this. We do our math, right? If this goes here, it will get reciprocal, right? 70 by 70 into 60 by 80, right, is equals to D1 by 50 into 60 by D2. If I do cross multiplication, all the cancellation stuff, you know it very well, right? We get this ratio. 3 by 4 is equals to 6 into d1 by 5 into d2. If I do cross multiplication again, I know why I'm explaining this. You guys know it very better. We'll get this one. If this d1 gets down here, we get this one. d1 by d2 is equals to 15 by 24. I cancel it out. We get the ratio, which is d1 by d2 is equals to 5 by 8. What is the difference between these ratio? 3 difference. And in the question, ironically, it is mentioned that d2 is 90 kilometer more than d1. So difference is 90 kilometer. Difference is 3, right? In units, and actual difference is 90 kilometers. So this 3 is 90 kilometer. So 1 basically divided by 3. So 90 divided by 3, which is 1, right? So 1 unit, it's 30 kilometers. Very simple. So now 1 is equals to 30 kilometers. So we just have to multiply this stuff into 5 into 30, 150 kilometer, 8 into 30 to 40 kilometer. Very simple. We have already calculated the distance, right? Now what the question is asking, what is the time taken by B to cover D1 plus D2? We just have to add it. D1 plus D2, 150 plus 240 is equals to 390 divided by 50. We get 7 into 4 by 5 hours. If I convert it into minute, 4 by 5, multiply it with 60, boom, 7 hours and 48 minutes. So the B will take 7 hours and 48 minutes. That's it. It's a very simple question, and hope you're preparing very well for your journey for CAT. And I hope you all the best. I'm also preparing for CAT myself. And I decided to share this question because it's kind of an interesting question about speed and distance. So yeah, thank you.